If you got a dollar on just a lousy dime, know that I got rhythm that could suit your budget fine.
Hi, this is Patrick with Trusty Huckster Mercantile. Welcome to my channel. If you've been following my channel off a little bit for the last couple of weeks / months, you'll know that there's a lot of activity going on surrounding the Just One More Dachshund Rescue fundraiser, which is scheduled for November 11th. I did the first fundraiser last year, November 2020, and we raised $3,500 for the Just One More Dachshund Rescue, JOMDR.org. And we decided this year we were going to do it again, learned a few things from processing it last year, and our goal this year is to make $5,000. And I am very grateful to a number of my viewers and my customers and supporters of Doxies around the world who have taken it upon themselves to provide me with items that I can use to sell to raise funds for the fundraiser. So I've done a couple of videos showcasing multiple things that are going on. This one, I wanted to showcase some of the items, some of them represented behind me, some of the items that I have received from viewers and customers who are familiar with the fundraiser. Some of them participated in it last year, but many are participating for the very first time by providing me these items that I am going to offer for sale. So I want to do a quick video, or somewhat quick video, highlighting some of these items. These will all either take place, be sold during the live fundraiser, which will happen on my channel on Thursday, November 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern, or they may end up going up for sale on my eBay store in an auction format, and that may happen prior to the 11th. I'm trying to take into consideration that I have to ship everything when this is all over, and I don't want too much to all hit at the same time. So some things might get spread out. I might even drop a couple items in some of my live sales prior to that. My live sales always happen on Thursdays, Thursdays at 8 p.m. here on this channel. So if you see anything that you are interested in, although I will not most likely be selling it in advance, depending on what it is, if you want to make an offer, we might be able to work something out. But if nothing else, I can make sure that you are aware of when it will be coming up for sale, so that if you are specifically interested in something, you can acquire it. And clarification on what I just said, as long as it's not something I'm planning to put up for auction, I will sell items in advance. So as long as we work out a price, please remember, this is a fundraiser, so you're not necessarily getting the bargain basement prices here, but everything will sell at a fair price. If we can agree on the price, I have absolutely no problem selling it to you in advance, because I can then ship it to you in advance and maybe have a few less things to ship right around the time of the fundraiser. So keep that in mind as you're seeing some of these items, and I hope you enjoy some of what I have to show. So I will start with the items above my head. So the first items that I've got are from a friend of Doxie's. She's a Doxie owner herself, Cheri Heinz. She is my show wife. We have done many shows together. She's played my wife in God of Carnage, and we first got to know each other doing Little Women the musical. And she is a Doxie owner herself. And so she's actually helped me on some of my live sales. I refer to her as the Huckster Handler because she doesn't let me get away with anything. And she has donated multiple items for the fundraiser, some of which I've already shown. And the most recent are these toys. The minute she put this in my hands, I recognized it. I want to say it's Fisher Price. It's not marked in any way, but it's one of those toys that comes apart in pieces, and then you could have other animal parts, like other heads or other body parts and legs and tails, and so you could mix it all together. It kind of reminds me of Cootie, so I don't remember who put Cootie out, but this is an adorable little wiener dog version of a play toy. One of those really hard plastic, probably from the 70s, maybe getting into the 80s. The plastic itself's in great condition. It looks like he might have had a little bit of paint loss to his nose, but that just makes him all the more charming, and he will be available during the as part of the fundraiser. And then similar to that is this one of those little collapsible finger toys of a, maybe not a dachshund. I think his legs might be a little long, but you know, it's one of those with a little push button. He collapses and then he stands back up. So he's got a little bone in his mouth and then the little floppy ears. so that when he falls, his ears kind of move around. So small little items. This might maybe end up in a mystery box or some part of a multiple piece, because by itself, you know, it's not necessarily going to bring in high bucks, but definitely a fun little item that I think kids and adults will enjoy. You know, you get bored at your desk, you've got a little play thing to spend your time with. Next to that, above my head, is, I'm going to say, Scotty? Maybe a Westie? It looks kind of like a Scotty dog, but he's been painted white. And I don't know, I mean, Westies I think have a slightly different shaped face. This is from what I can tell, it is not a DIY piece, which based on its face, I was thinking it was. I could be wrong because I don't recognize the mark. It's got it in size USA and then BW2. Now, my mother used to have a ceramic studio, and so Holland mold, there's a couple of different brand names that would go into molds. This one, I'm not sure. It does have some crazing in the glaze. It's not signed like with initials like you typically would see. And it's a very uniform weight, and it's actually fairly heavy. So I don't know. If you recognize what the BW2 stands for, I'd appreciate you hearing about it. But the fact of the matter is, it's just a cute little, it's definitely a terrier, and maybe a Westie, or I don't know, do Scotties get white colored? I'm not 100% sure. But he is adorable. He looks like he should be a bank. He is not. He is simply an adorable dog, ceramic dog. So he's got the little padded feet, or a little felt on the bottom. Again, not 100% sure of his age, not 100% sure of his origin, but 100% sure he is adorable, and there will be someone who will want to take him home. The other items behind me on the top shelf actually come again from a viewer. So there's this little series of figurines, and they're all absolutely adorable. So I'll start with the biggest one first. And because it's just, in my opinion, it's an odd figurine. I feel like they should be getting a room. So my most conservative self would say he's giving him mouth to mouth. I don't think that's what they're doing. So we have some very human traits being passed on to very specific dogs. I think they might be beagles, but doing that, I don't think it really matters what they are. So it's just kind of a fun piece. This one, again, does not have anything marked in the bottom. There's no maker's mark. There's no initials. He doesn't feel like a typical DIY hobbyist ceramic piece. So I do think he was a produced piece, but that is not something you see every day. Dogs in... Well, maybe my hand should move because it was in an inappropriate location. A dog basically prone on the ground being lip locked by another dog. So I think he will definitely find an interesting home. I think there'll be a great backstory for whoever picks him up and adds them to their collection. Then the others are little, this one is a Homeco dog. And this is a genuine plea for assistance. I need help identifying some of these breeds, so I make sure that when I sell them, particularly if they go into groupings or packages, that I know what they are. I'm not sure what kind of dog breed this is. Maybe it's a Labrador, or maybe it's a Golden Retriever. I'm not sure. So if you know what he is, but he is in the absolute play bow position, super cute, all tan, and he still has the Homeco label on the bottom. This next one is also a Homeco piece, also still has the Homeco foil label on the bottom. I initially thought he was a German Shepherd. I think he's supposed to be a puppy, but I'm not sure if the snout is long enough to be a German Shepherd, so I might need some help on this one too. But I think he's supposed to be the puppy, and his ears are still folded over, which maybe that's why I'm not sure about the German Shepherd. Like, he kind of just, I think it was the coloring that made me think Shepherd, but I definitely could be wrong on that one. So that's another Homeco piece. It was super cute. And then the next two are a pair, And they both have the crossed sword, the pseudo Meissen sword symbol that was on the other Homeco piece. Or no, the other Homeco pieces have a home top. So I don't remember. I don't know what that, mark is, but I was going to say Homeco, but something in that vein that, again, probably looking at maybe 80s. So we got some vintage, but this would kind of be the pair. Again, not 100% sure what they are. So again, he's in the little play bow position. Definitely have the same coloring, so they should definitely go together. I just don't know necessarily what they are. The fur looks like long fur, so I don't think it's a beagle. But if you have any suggestions on what kind of dog this would be, that would go into a mixed set as well. So these came from Empty Nesting 2, aka Maria. So she is a viewer on YouTube as well as a follower of mine on Instagram. And thank you so much, Maria, for supplying these. And I don't remember if I mentioned the Scotty dog actually came from me. I had found him myself and set him aside specifically to put into the fundraiser. So even though he's not a Doxie, I think he'll find a home. Another absolutely adorable piece that I received came as a gift from Katie, the other Katie, Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley girl, the other Katie, Katie 2.0, as I refer to her in my chats. She provided me this absolutely adorable, I believe, a paint by number. So a little paint by number, put a nice little sleeve. She's got a cute sticker on there showing that it's who it's from. But it's absolutely perfect for framing. You hope that she's hugging the dog, the girl's hugging the dog, not trying to squeeze the life out of him. It could go either way. But what I think is hilarious is the dog is so long, his front paws are still on the ground, and she's lifting the back paws are up in the air. But, dogs are very lovable, and he does not seem overly perturbed, or he's foaming at the mouth and is about to rip her arm off. You decide. It is an absolutely adorable picture. I didn't measure it. I will by the time I list it so that I can have this may end up on my eBay store. I'll definitely have the measurements of it, but I'm assuming, like many of these, this would be a standard size suitable for framing. I think it's a little bit bigger than a piece of paper. Let me pull out a piece of paper here. So piece of paper like that. So maybe it's 9 by 11. No, 9 by 12. Not sure what a standard size is anymore, but absolutely adorable. So thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Berkeley girl, aka the other Katie. Thank you. Another major supporter of the fundraiser that's been supplying me with items actually over the last several months has been Helen Casey. And she sent a very large box with a number of items. We have the benefit that Helen doesn't live that far away. So when she ships me things, it's not particularly expensive. So there's a nice benefit when she can send me items. So she sent this lovely card, and I have to hold on to it to make sure I remember who donated what. But she provided me this collection that's here on my right. So the largest item that she provided is actually a fairly heavy creamware dog planter, and I'm pretty sure he's a Cocker Spaniel. I think with the long furry hair, like the longer fur and then those ears, I'm pretty sure it's a Spaniel, and I'm going to say a Cocker Spaniel, but I would again take any suggestions. Again, as most of the dogs are all in their play bow position because it's super cute. This one I don't think had any markings. It just says USA on the bottom, but it does have the bisque unglazed portion at the bottom, but then there's the glaze in the center. So not 100% sure who made that one, but I don't think it matters because he is adorable and he will absolutely find a home. Another larger item that she sent, and it's one of those, sometimes you'll see something and you'll go, wait, it's bringing back a memory. This definitely did. Now, I did not have dogs growing up, but unfortunately, hopefully you can kind of tell. This is that flocked material. It's a bank. It's a dog bank, but the entire dog is covered in this very soft-ish, it's also kind of scratchy because it's now kind of old, like flocking material, but then it still has the glass or the plastic eyes. So it's just kind of a neat feel, a neat texture to it. It still has the rubber stopper in it, and it still has this paper label in situ saying it's from Japan. That's Japan. So again, he may not be a specific breed. He might have just been designed to be a dog, and that's totally fine. There's a lot of things that do that. If you think he's specific, I definitely would appreciate it. He's not really ringing any bells to me. Seems like he would be kind of large, that he's not a toy breed, but I'm not 100% sure, but he is super cute. And because he's a bank still with the rubber stopper, I think he will definitely be a popular item. She also provided several of the ceramic figurines, which proved to be popular last year. So we have this gorgeous boxer with this high sheen, high gloss glaze. That one still has its original foil. That's an Enesco imports from Japan. He is absolutely gorgeous and regal, and any boxer fan is going to be great to have that one. We do have, this one is, I'm pretty sure it's going to fall under the Lassie. It's either a Collie or maybe a Sheltie, but I think with this bigger chest, I think that's the bigger one. So I think that's the Lassie, the Collie. Looks like he may have maybe once upon a time been one of those chained pieces. You could always take the chain off, but I'm going to leave him on. He's just got a really cool coloring to him with the way the stripes were done. He did not have a marking on the bottom other than a little stamp on his foot saying Japan. In addition to that, we did get a Doxie, and I'm pretty sure I've had this Doxie before, either last year or I might even have some of him in the box waiting to be part of the sale. So what I might be able to do is if I have multiples of this same version, I could offer him as one of the options when I have multiples, so that the first to claim, I actually could offer more than one. So that he looks very familiar. So I think I might have another one of him. He does not have anything. He doesn't say Japan. Looks like he might have had a label on his side that's no longer there, but super cute, and definitely, as again, not everything has to be for Doxies, but we are obviously hoping to support the Doxie Fundraiser. We'll bring some Doxie lovers in, and I think that will definitely be one of those popular items. Similarly, this one I'm pretty sure is a Beagle. So you've got the Beagle coloring with the longer tail, very regal, upright. This one does have a marking on it, Lego, L-E-G-O. So that is a marked Beagle figurine. This one, is that also a boxer? Pretty sure that one's a boxer. Is that one a boxer too? I think he might be a boxer too. So maybe we've got two boxers. And one of the things that I'll do for the fundraiser is I will put multiples of the same breed. I will put them together. As long as the lot doesn't get too large, I figure if somebody's really interested in boxers, if I have a group of 3 of them, there might be some more interest than if I try to sell each one individually. So I believe he's a boxer. And he's kind of giving the side eye. So that one, actually, he is a part of a salt and pepper shaker set. He's the only one I have, so he's basically gonna become a shelf sitter. But he does still have his cork in place and the paper label showing Japan. And then the last item from Helen Casey is this one. Yeah, I need help on him because he looks like a mix between a monkey and a dog. So at the risk of insulting Louie from Vintage and Vital, it might be a pug, maybe. But I don't think pug ears look like that. But I think he might be a pug. So it looks like he might be a toothpick holder. He's got, it comes out at an angle. And actually, if you put toothpicks in there, they might slide all the way in. So he's perfect for an air plant, let's just say that. I'm not sure what he necessarily would have been designed for. You couldn't have had a lid or anything on there because this is at such an angle. There's no way a lid would stay on. So it is designed to be open. I just don't know what it would be open for because it's open all the way through. So that one I'm not sure on, but he definitely has an interesting look. Now that I look at it, he's like a monkey and a dog and a bat. But again, I think he might be a pug. Sorry, Louie. Angela Marksberry, also on YouTube, Dear Angela Vintage, is another one who lives close to me, so had the benefit of being able to provide me these items without incurring a lot of cost in shipping. And she actually gave me multiple items. One is this beautifully painted, this beautiful coloration. Check out the way the whiskers are painted on him. Like, they're just painted, they're not actually sticking out. But just some of the detail put onto this one. He is porcelain. He's not marked in any way. And he's another one that I'm not sure what kind of breed he would be. He's got fairly long legs, so he's not going to be, again, he's not a toy or a small breed. I'm saying he's going to be some sort of a hunting dog, but I'm not sure, because honestly, the white is throwing me off. I think foxhounds are darker. I don't know if he's a hound. So if you know what this guy is, he's from Dear Angela Vintage. Let me know your thoughts, and I would love to be able to ID him before I put him up for the sale. In the same package, she provided me a Christmas ornament. This one, these are the ones that start getting, no offense whatsoever, these ones that start getting they're similar, and I'm not sure I always know the difference. Maybe a Shih Tzu, but I want to say Maltese kind of sticks out. I don't know. It is double-sided. He's very flat, very skinny dog, but he does have two sides. He's got the little ribbon in the hair. I don't know. Maybe a Shih Tzu. I'm trying to remember exactly what a Maltese looks like. But, so anyway, got a Christmas ornament. If you know what that one is, appreciate. And then this one, when I first pulled him out, I assumed he was a Dalmatian. And I think he is a Dalmatian, but the way the spots were done, they're very, very large spots, kind of like strategically done. It's not really random. So, I mean, it's the only kind of dog that I would know that would have that type of coloring. And so he's a white body with the black spots. I don't know. I haven't been around Dalmatians a lot. I don't know what their ears do, if they flop like that, or if they're supposed to be pointy. So I'm doing a very general stereotypical thing that, Cruella would chase something like this, and it would look good in a coat. Sorry. But if it's not a Dalmatian, if you have another suggestion on that, I would appreciate it, because I do want to try and properly identify these so that I can promote them, and people who may not particularly care about Doxies would say, oh wait, there's a insert dog breed here, and then they'd have a reason to participate either in the live sale or, simply by going to my eBay store and picking up some items, particularly if they're more unique. So any ideas on this one from Dear Angela's Vintage? I would appreciate the input. The last item I wanted to share came from another viewer to my YouTube channel, also a reseller herself, and that is Emancipation 300 Michele. And she provided me this absolutely beautiful poodle planter. I knew this one's a poodle. So it's got this great little floral collar, very clean, so I don't think it was ever used as a planter, or it's been very cleaned out. The bottom is clear or clean, other than the remnants of a silver foil sticker. But she had done the research herself, and she says she believes this is a Goldammer, Goldammer, Goldammer ceramics from San Francisco from the 40s or 50s. So I'm not familiar with Goldammer, so I'm not familiar with what their label would look like, but I really appreciate when people do that kind of research for me, because that is definitely makes it a little bit easier for me to promote. At least I know the breed and the suggestion that's Goldammer, or probably figure out how to pronounce it. But poodles are always popular, and I believe I already have several poodles that have been donated, so I might even be able to have multiple lots of poodle figurines. And this one's just in absolutely pristine condition, particularly if it does date all the way back to the 40s or the 50s. I think with that collar, I would push maybe into the 50s, possibly even in the 60s, because that's kind of getting into the, it's almost like the Flower Power, what am I thinking of? The Scooby-Doo, the Mystery Machine, the flowers on the side. So it might push a little bit later, but I don't know when Goldammer was operational. But anyway, it's an absolutely fantastic condition considering it's older than me. And I think this is going to find a great home with someone in the poodle community. So those are the highlights that I wanted to showcase. Basically the boxes that I've had received over the last couple of weeks that I had not had a chance to showcase or show what was coming up. So all of these will be kind of grouped, figure out, the best way to try and sell them. Some of them might go into mystery boxes just simply out of the functionality of trying to process so many different items. But I would definitely want to make sure I give credit to all the people who did the donations. And, I really, really do appreciate the support. If there's anything that you yourself were interested in donating for me to resell, I'm still taking items. Basically, I'm trying to cut off the receipt of them by November 1st, just so I have a week or so to actually be able to organize what I received. The other option that will be available during the fundraiser, during the live part of the fundraiser, is we will be taking sponsorships. And for every sponsorship, every $5 worth of sponsorship that we receive, you'll have an opportunity to win a grand prize, which will include mystery boxes. So the other thing that we are still receiving without having to ship anything to me, you could participate by donating a mystery box. It does not need to be dog themed. Last year we had one winner received 35 mystery boxes. There's a long story for how it got that big. We've again learned some things from last year, and now what we're doing is we will offer as a prize sets of 5 mystery boxes. So you can make your donations, you're going to make your sponsorship levels for any multiples of 5, you will get an entry for each $5 worth of donation, and you'll get a chance to receive 5 mystery boxes. So the more people who participate by donating mystery boxes, the more winners we will be able to announce. And the benefit, well, to me, the benefit of the mystery boxes is you hold on to them until the winner has been chosen. Then I will contact you, say this is the winner, this is your winner, and this is who you need to ship your box to. So as much as I love getting all these items, recognize the logistics of this. I then have to ship everything out that sells. So the mystery boxes, if you wanted to participate, you don't ship it to me, you just hold on to it. You just need to, again, tell me by November 1st that you want to donate a mystery box, and I will add you to the list so that when we go through the winners, we know how many sets of 5 we will have to give away. So appreciate the any offers that you offer, or anything that you're willing to offer. And also, if you just want to support the fundraiser but don't really have vintage, or don't really have anything that you think is worth reselling or that you want to get involved in, make a cash donation. If you make a cash donation to you do their PayPal account, paypal.me/JOMDR, that's just one more Dox and Rescue, paypal.me/JOMDR, you can just make an outright donation. We will be developing formal sponsorships because they have medical bills, they have food, they have medications, they have a lot of things they need to cover. So as much as we will make this money by selling, if you just want to make an outright donation, they would definitely appreciate that, because what they need more than anything else is cash. So thank you so much for joining this video. I hope you are interested, or hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you are really excited to participate and support the Just One More Dachshund fundraiser, and be watching out for some more videos that'll be coming through, with the culmination as the live event on this channel, Thursday, November 11th, 8 p.m. Eastern, where the live sale will take place, and then be watching my Instagram and YouTube for other opportunities and activities, and when maybe some things going up for sale earlier. So thanks for your time watching this video. Thank you for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Well, show me a sign if you're wishing me to stay. Otherwise, I say goodbye, finish out the day. And that sunrise in the morning and you got nothing to say. Oh, that's when I'll be headed on my way.